Just recently, a friend of mine went on vacation and she stayed at a beautiful 4-star resort on an island in the Bahamas. She was so excited to go with her family, and at one point it was late on a Thursday evening and I got this text from her, and it said, "So when the next door room's water heater bursts and floods into your place at 11 o'clock, and thankfully you were in your room to notify them before it flooded the entire building, as the inhabitants of that room weren't, what's the client service protocol for compensation of us?" Plus I fell on the wet marble floor. The next day, she ended up with this bucket of champagne and a note. And the note said, "We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience caused. We do hope you enjoy the remainder of your stay." So she said to me, so this is what we got. And only after her husband complained, "We don't even like champagne." Later on, it turns out they got a 50% comp on one night of their 6-night stay. So it was better, but it was after they had to complain. So what do you think? Do you think that that was the right recovery in this particular situation? Or do you think that it could have been handled differently? Experience. About 13% of dissatisfied guests are going to tell 20 or more people. That's not even taking into account what happens with social media spreads when things go viral. And if you add video to that, whoa, can it get even bigger? For every guest complaint, there are 26 other guests that haven't said a word about it, and they have the exact same opinion that that one guest that has complained had. It takes 12 positive service experiences to make up for one negative service experience. So when you think about that, you can only imagine how many positive service experiences had to occur when we've had one negative service experience here with my friend falling on the floor. Attracting a new guest costs 5 times as much as keeping one existing guest. So these realities, these facts about complaints are things that I think are really important for us to remember, because it really translates into money. Here's some other facts, some other truths for you that may be a little softer but are no less important. Their perspective in a situation, their meaning your guest's perspective has to become your reality, not your own reality. Money is never going to be the thing that ultimately fixes or recovers a situation for a guest. They're not looking for money. They're looking for acknowledgement. 80% of your guests have a complaint this very minute at your resort about something that's going on. We create 90% of our own problems by having dumb policies, dumb procedures, dumb protocols, by setting things up in a bad way, by making just dumb rules. So think about that. The little things that you can do make a huge difference to your guests, and sometimes it's just giving the gift of your own time. Complaints are some things that you want. You want complaints because they create opportunities. And guest service recovery is one of those things that is definitely an opportunity where maybe something might never have existed at all. So we have a situation here at this property, and I wish I would have been there. I would have told them, this is an opportunity right now. Guest has fallen on the floor. You need to do something about this now at 11 o'clock at night. What are you going to do? You have a million opportunities here, and smart professionals ask for complaints. So I'm going to give you the model that we use here at Guest Service Solutions, and I hope that this gives you some tips and some opportunities that really work well for you. The guest service recovery model that we're going to use is react, respond, recover, plus 1. It's very simple, and it encompasses all of the different elements from the guest's perspective, not your perspective, the guest's perspective, that they need from you to feel like they have received the appropriate recovery. What would you have done if a guest had fallen on your floor because a pipe burst at 11:30 at night